Modern Warfare 3. If you've ever wanted to spend $70 twice in the same game, then my friend, you have found yourself in a lucky spot. MW3 is the infamous DLC for Modern Warfare 2, and I say this because it both looks the same, pretty much is the same engine aside from a few technical changes which they could have done forever ago. And the game quite literally is listed as a DLC on PS5 for Modern Warfare 3, meaning that it is a DLC, and also does not have a platinum trophy in technicality. So I really already have quote-unquote platinumed Modern Warfare 3 on PS5 because it is just a DLC. But just to torture myself for you all, I decided to buy it today and play it on the PS4 version, since that for some reason has a platinum trophy on it because it's a separate game. It's all super confusing.
We don't know what the hell is going on right now.
But there is one thing that remains true. Modern Warfare 3 is the game of all time. Yes, I said it. It is the game of all time. Anyways, the Modern Warfare 3 fake platinum trophy, or whatever you want to call it, has allegedly 40 trophies within. 25 of these are all gotten on the campaign. And then they left us with the other 15 over on the horrid zombies DMZ something mode. I don't even know. I'm not joking when I say that mode sucks, but the campaign honestly ain't any better if we are being honest. The first stage to ruining your week is to play through the Modern Warfare 3 campaign on Veteran to get the Veteran difficulty specific trophy at the end. Also, on each level there's usually at least one mission related trophy inside. So we begin the campaign by seeing a few lads trying to play Subnautica because at least that game's fun. And then get a shot at a giant prison which definitely doesn't stand up to health regulations at all. Also, they tell us the game is Modern Warfare 3. I feel like I've seen this before, I'm not gonna lie. It's then our turn to play, and we begin by rappelling up the prison, which is a COD classic mechanic right here. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to do this in any other game. And then we sort of just begin to take out any guard that we see move in front of us. Our objective was finally revealed, and it's to secure prisoner 627, since he got charged with 24 counts of indecent exposure outside of a preschool. Next, we vent like it's Among Us, and the power gets turned off and a few souls left the realm. We then begin our descent into the prison, and here is the first trophy-related task of the day. You need to kill 12 enemies while rappelling, and these enemies are the prison guards. So I attempted to do this, and I died. And died. And died. I don't even know what happened here, but then I did it and got the trophy pop. I also cried for the first time today since this game hurts me inside, but not like your uncle did to you. We finally got done rappelling, thank Christ, and made our way to a hallway, which then we blew up because why the fuck? Prisoner 627 is obviously here, and we got a face reveal. Wow, look everyone, it's Makarov. For some reason, he looks like he would do my taxes or sell insurance, not commit multiple war crimes, but that's just me.
That's what I'm saying.
He then ordered some Uber Eats because he was starving, and we headed back out into the action. So now the mission is to escape prison, obviously, and as you could assume, that consisted of us just walking around taking out all the guards on a nice trip to the afterlife. Makarov then got a little too close and personal with me, but I guess I made him laugh, and he stopped harassing me. There was then a prison riot or something not impactful at all, and the boys used superpowers to slide down a hill and jump all the way into the ocean below, making it to safety because everyone knows once you reach water in cinema, you're safe. So now we get to play as the good guys for once, and the usual squad of people are here. Price was informed that Makarov got out, and he lost it. So we officially know Price's weakness now. And shockingly, it's not woman. I didn't know he was built like that. And bro, come on, you can't use the exact same Urzikstan location screen as the past 2 Modern Warfare games and expect people not to say the game is a DLC. Anyway, since we are now foreigners, we get to play as Farah. And look, I guess even in war times, she managed to find someone who makes her happy as much as the booze does. It really would be sad if she got like brutally shot right in front of her a few minutes after. Like that would really just be a villain, origin, background, story, lore exposing canon event. So that's what happened. Farah then wakes up like it's round 1 of Black Ops Zombies, and we get to play our first open combat mission. These are the worst thing I've ever seen a COD campaign do. And yes, I played Call of Duty Vanguard. In fact, this isn't even a campaign mission. Like, it's literally just a DMZ level from Modern Warfare 2. I don't know who at Call of Duty Studios is literally in love with DMZ, but that person is making sure every aspect of this game is literally just DMZ, over and over. Anyways, it's a totally open world. You can just walk around grabbing guns and loot and try not to be seen by the overwhelming amount of NPCs that are just scattered everywhere. And this is honestly impossible to do from my experience, especially on Veteran, and I died shortly after on my first try. However, there is a trophy-related task where you need to climb a big crane tower thing and then jump off, landing on the building nearby where the objective is. Anyways, this mission is extremely boring, so let's just do a quick summary. You walk around fighting people here, and then go do the same thing on the ship, and then go back and fight again in the crates until leaving the mission. And Farah has a nice little call with Alex while staring at her dead friend. We then got to see the bad guys team have a little meeting, and Makarov executes this random dude because he wanted to. Makarov then gave them all a nice little pep talk, which is now what I'm convinced his only job is. Next mission, we play as Price finally, and get another open combat mission. I can't wait. Oh my god! The goal of this one was to find the reactor or something in this facility and get some info about Makarov's weapons, I think. But anyways, there was multiple trophy-related tasks on this one mission for whatever reason, I don't know. The first was to use 5 different armaments or kill streaks in the mission. So I did that right away and also failed to hit the helicopter with my last one, and apparently the game thought I was suicidal and wanted to blow myself up, so I was forced to restart. The next trophy was for destroying each heli with a different kill streak, and I did that pretty easy since I just tried to and failed. Now I could have just done the objective of going to the reactor, but it locks you out of the mission since that's the ending of it. So I made sure to try and get the other trophy related tasks while I was here and made the mistake of going for them all on veteran, which would end with me dying over and over many times. The first one I tried to do needed you to shoot down this attack helicopter with a mortar strike, and let me just say that is like literally impossible. Mortar strikes are by no means a fast kill streak, so you have to either get extremely lucky and place it down where the helicopter is gonna be, or do it in perfect timing when it stops. Eventually, after dying over and over, I turned the difficulty down to recruit so I could hopefully get a better chance at this, and I did just that. I've also come to the conclusion that on veteran the helicopter moves around a lot more, so once I turned it down to recruit, it finally stood still for more than 3 seconds, and I got the trophy once its pilot burned in flames. I then decided to just stay in recruit as I finished the other trophies here. And the next one had you throw a propane tank at an enemy and then blow him up with it. So aside from Modern Warfare 3 being a horrible game, at least there's one funny thing about it. The next trophy had you disable a sentry with a shock stick, and then place a sentry on the back of your car and kill a lot of enemies with it. There was then a super annoying trophy which had you kill 10 enemies while ziplining. This could have been 10 times easier if you were allowed to aim down sights while ziplining, but you aren't. So you have to get each kill with hipfire. And it actually took me a long time to do, but I got it eventually. I swapped back to veteran now since we finally did all the trophy tasks, and the rest of the mission just had us go into the reactor room, kill a few people, and then exfil out as it was filling up with toxic poisonous gas. So just a normal Tuesday. Also, Price had an existential crisis. Man, I'm dead. Our next mission was a stealth one which needed us to find some missiles in this base that were underground. But before entering the mole people land, I got a trophy for getting multiple collat kills on the guards. Once inside the base, you then have to just kill a ton of enemies in it until reaching the missiles, which are indeed about to launch, and the hatch is even opened already. So we are basically too late, and we got confronted with a 3-minute timer to mission end that we need to get through enemies with. Now it wasn't too bad right away until I turned this corner and a juggernaut popped out of nowhere and made me fall 6 feet under. I also had to fight another one at the end of the mission also, but I actually don't think that they are as bad as they have been in previous games if we're being honest, because I did it pretty easily. We then closed the missile hatch and it blew up inside. However, as Price found out a few seconds later, those weren't the only missiles and 2 more got launched. So yeah, we have failed the American people, and those taxpayer dollars, they didn't go anywhere.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
I also love the 3 hours earlier with the 3 hours earlier subtitle to let you know just in case you can't read the big one. The next mission was actually one of the better missions in the game, primarily because it actually had a cool concept and minimal combat. You play as Laszlo for the first time ever, I think. I honestly can't remember if we've played this here before. And you're infiltrating this enemy base. But also there's a trophy related task where you need to get this key card in under 90 seconds. This is impossible to do if you don't actually try to do this on purpose. And it took me multiple tries to get, but found it's easiest when you rush into the room before the major enters and then just spawn camp his ass. But even then you have to be quick because I did it in like 88 seconds. So then you use that same key card to enter the important area of the base and meet up with your informant a few seconds later. While talking about his college plans, however, the base is then put under an attack and everyone begins to die. As the gas is rising, however, we are rescued and nobody questions why a helicopter was already in the area. We then got a small mission where you play as some lady who used to work for Farah, was on a plane, and Makarov was there also. He then put a bomb vest on her, and they all left the plane, and then she basically just blew up. So that was great and all, but no Russian is still 10 times better. Now it's time to play another open combat mission. Yay. I can't wait. This time we are exploring the plane crash that we just saw happened so we can find some info on why it occurred. You also get to play as Farah because she needs more diversity screen time. There isn't a single trophy on this mission and honestly nothing cool happened at all. So it ends with us driving away with Alex. And the COD team I guess was super desperate for attention this year, so they made a mission take place in Verdansk because that was the last time anyone cared about the game. This mission you were hunting down Makarov in a stadium and there was a trophy on it for shooting a gun out of the air when confronting a bunch of soldiers who were undercover. So I did that and got the trophy, but also died. However, when I respawned, I didn't even give these shady guys a chance, and this could have been considered a war crime. Just don't tell Sleepy Joe. The team then made it to this parking garage, and an ambulance went barreling down it until crashing. And look at who was inside. Makarov himself. I can't believe it. Also, what are the chances that his other 2 boys in there also died? Like, how did they die but he didn't? Anyways, now we get to escort him back to jail, and I ended up just touching him over and over because you only get so many chances in life to do this. We also ended up in this fight outside, which was the hardest fight in the game because lots of enemies had shields, and it took me around 30 tries and 20 straight minutes of dying right there until I finally got all the enemies and we exfilled via helicopter. Next mission, we were at this super rich lady's house who has a ton of money, and we basically just need to stop that for some reason. The only trophy gotten here is by destroying all of her cars in the garage, and I shed a tear while doing this because this is just pure evil. Like, sure, I doubt she drives them, but still, the disrespect. Anyways, we got the lady, and look, it's Marin from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor herself.
No one tells me what to do.
I guess Cal's lightsaber wasn't enough for her. Anyways, we had a nice chat with her, which ended with the abuse of a chair. Next mission takes place on High Rise. So not only is this game bad, they are also attempting to nostalgia trip us into buying it in addition. Man, the COD is something special these days, isn't it? Anyways, there was a trophy on this mission for reaching the top super fast, which is very easy to do once you get the Ascender tool, and that trophy popped once I reached where I needed to. The rest of the mission literally just consists of you fighting waves of enemies over and over before being pulled out faster than your dad. Next, we blew up a prisoner transport on this ice lake because we thought maybe Makarov would be there. Sadly, he wasn't, but General Shepard's bald ass was for some reason. And now it's all just confusing. But I got a trophy right after that for performing a finishing move on a sniper. Then we just fight enemies over and over in different levels of temperature and snow concentration. It gets quite hard at the end because I kept getting blown up, but eventually it ends with us yet again taking a helicopter out of there. I swear, we have played the same mission 3 times in a row now. No wonder the game only lasts 4 hours. It has 0 creativity this year. Also, the boys had a nice chat with Shepard, and he brought up the real Modern Warfare 2, and everyone got quiet real fast. I then got a trophy once entering the next mission, which has us just plopped down on top of a water dam. The first trophy to go after here is done by landing onto this transport and defusing the bomb without being seen. But I ended up clipping a tree and getting a different trophy, so that's good, I guess. And then I landed on the truck and defused the bomb for the trophy. The mission then has you just go and defuse all the other bombs out there, so the dam doesn't get blown up and then flood the entire world. So I basically just did exactly that until we got exfilled by, guess what? Another helicopter. Next mission has us do a traditional gunship mission, and these are required to have 1 per COD game now, and I hate them every time. But I got a trophy right away after isolating an enemy and killing 1 person with a massive missile, and you can guess pretty easily what the rest of this mission consisted of. So the next real mission we got puts all the characters in this subway system because Makarov has a bomb down there, and is also probably there in addition. There was a lot of enemies down here, and I also got clipped by a train in addition to my suffering. But we finally made it to the bomb, and Soap and Price have to work together to defuse it. However, Makarov shows up and just drops Soap like a bad habit, finally stripping away his plot armor. But I guess he was fine because he just gets right on up and tries to slash his head off, but fails and then gets shot again. The boys were apparently late to the party, and then Makarov ran away again. We then defused the bomb just in the nick of time, and well, Soap he's actually dead, so rest in peace, brother. And then the game ends, I kid you not. But the final scene was everyone laying his ashes to rest with bad lighting. But like, seriously, how was that a fully done and produced campaign? It lasted like 4 hours on veteran. We did get 2 trophies though for the campaign ending and difficulty. So now it's campaign cleanup time. This wasn't really that bad because of course the game was quick, so there couldn't possibly be too many things to do. It did still take me a few hours to complete, however, because finding every single item on the open combat missions was a ruthless and pointless grind. But I got my first cleanup trophy after tagging, I think it was 60 enemies or something like that. I can't remember the exact amount, but this trophy was dumb as hell because on veteran difficulty you can't even tag enemies to begin with, making it impossible to do in my playthrough. I then found every single armor upgrade, used all the kill streaks, and found every single weapon in the game. Now that's all the trophies for the campaign, and I did all of that around a week ago when it was in pre-order early access. So I then had to wait a week until it fully released like yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't really know what we're calling launch day since everyone played this garbage early to get it over with. But the trophy list for Modern Warfare 3 only has zombie trophies remaining because they are really trying to push this mode. I know there's a lot of controversy on whether this mode is good or not, but if we're talking about round-based zombies, it is just not that at all, which is what Call of Duty's known for. This mode is a lot more just like DMZ, but with a Halloween update that added in zombies. I know I've said a lot of negative things about Modern Warfare 3 so far today, but in all honesty, the game is just bad. I haven't played any multiplayer yet because I don't care for it since this video didn't need any of it. The zombie trophy list is ridiculously long. The grind for it will take an approximate 60 hours at a minimum if you don't die a single time and know exactly what to do for the challenges and also have 3 other teammates who can help you do it the entire time. But in reality, it will take over 100 hours of just zombies to get the trophies for it. This is because of both the 50,000 kills trophy and also having to just complete every single challenge in Zombies in addition. The first trophy I got was for running over 100 zombies with a car. Nice. And then I got another when me and the boys X-filled for our first round of zombies. And So It Begins was the name of the trophy. This is ironic because it should be called This Is the End, since every round of zombies is exactly the same and it's all in an open world much like DMZ, as I've said. And half the time you aren't even fighting zombies, you're just wandering around from contract to contract and get into more intense fights with a human AI than anything else. So if you love DMZ and want to play that for 100 hours plus, then have fun getting this platinum trophy that both exists but doesn't. Anyways, I got another trophy for buying all the perks in the game also. I then managed to get 500 kills with an insured weapon in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Insured weapons aren't anything special except for the fact that they just won't disappear to the Shadow Realm if you die with them. Instead, they get brought back hours later. Again, this is not a zombies mode. It is DMZ with zombies. And I hated DMZ. And the fact that they are making it and essentially shoving the zombies mode down the trophy list's throat kind of just disgusts me. But I got 2 more trophies after this, one for getting my loot back after dying from a tombstone, and another for completing 20 contracts in the game. And that was the end of the trophies I got on Modern Warfare 3, and most likely the last time I ever play the game. Because the remaining ones are all specific tasks you need to do in zombies. And the 50,000 kill trophy, which that alone will take around 100 hours to do. I spent 10 hours straight playing this game mode, and I only got around 5,000 kills. And after this long or small amount of time, however you want to look at it, I can probably say the game mode is boring. It is not fun. It is pointless, and I hate it. However, it could be okay in my mind if they just didn't take away everything each round. There is a time limit of 40 minutes per round, and if you don't already have items, it takes that much time to find all the BS you need to do anything. And at that point, you might as well just exfil already and go in again because you'll run out of time and die anyway. So yeah, this platinum trophy is ridiculously stupid in terms of the grind for it, and completely not worth it. What should have been assumed when they didn't give PS5 a platinum trophy on the game to begin with. Yeah, it's just Call of Duty, man. It's Call of Duty. Just Call of Duty.